were stopped in a lane of traffic and they were asleep inside the vehicle with weapons laying in their lap. So as the officer approached the vehicle, he peered inside and saw in plain view that they were armed with weapons.
Perfect example of when a hit goes wrong. These dudes were masked down, had pipes on them, sit on a red light, and they fall asleep on a red light because they're too high. This has got to be one of the dumbest shit I've seen in a while. In Memphis, 3 guys get into a shootout with the cops. What happens? They're ready for a hit. And I'm hearing that these kids are affiliated to Young DOLPH people and Chula Mafia and all that. How true that is, I don't know. But I just know that them little niggas is ready to go get down on something. They're on a red light. They fall asleep on a red light. Light turns green. They're not moving. Traffic starts to go around them, whatever. Somebody calls the cops and says there's people in the car asleep. I don't know if they're dead, if they're alive, whatever the case may be. Police shows up. The officer approaches the car. He looks inside the car, see that there's 3 guys in there. They're masked down. They got pipes on them. They're asleep. So he retreats, calls for backup. Smart thing to do because I guess he was a little scared to do it by himself. But I understand. He calls for backup. One of the guys wake up, grabs his gun. Now they get into a whole shootout. Once he grabs his gun, the cop feels like he got to shoot back. They get into a whole shootout.
Then upon approach, one of the suspects awakened, grabbed his pistol and pointed at our officers, at which time our officers fired shots.
The driver gets hit. The passenger guy takes off on foot. Hasn't been caught yet. They are between the age of 17 and 25. The driver was shot a few times. He was listed in critical conditions. Now he's in stable conditions. The guy in the back seat was also arrested with a pipe. The guy that was in the passenger seat took off. They don't know who he is. The guys ain't snitching. They holding it down or whatnot. They ain't saying who his partner is. They're like, we know him from school, but we don't know his name. So there you go, man. 3 guys out of Memphis. I'm hearing they're affiliated to Young DOLPH and all that stuff. You know how they got that war going on over there. Big Joke just got killed, CMG. I mean, it's crazy. For them to be on that lean, be on perks, and be on Xanax, and be all high as shit, they sit on a red light, in less than a minute, they fall asleep. You can't be out there doing drugs, man, if you're at war. You can't war and get money. You can't war and get high. That's something I learned in the streets. You got specific people to do certain things. You can't go to war and you get money at the same time. That's why you got the people to get the money. They get the money, and they got the hitters. The hitters, that's their job, is just to do the hits. It's not easy to war and get money, man. I'm talking from experience. It's not. You can't do both. Something's got to give. You know what I mean? Either you're a trigger man, you're a hit man, you move on a hit, you move on orders, or either you get money and you pay for the hits. But you can't get high on your own supply, man. Even Lil Durk said last night he tried to sell perks on his new snip. He said he was trying to sell perks and ended up doing them instead. Now he got a pacer in his heart. That's crazy, man. You got to stay off them drugs, man. Get the money, stay out the way. The plan is to get out, man, and give our kids a better life. Whatever happened to getting out and not coming back. If you come back to give. You know what I mean? Come back so that you can be in a sample to show others how to do it. Not coming back to stun on others and be paying for hits and be bringing guns back into the hood, making the situation worse. You know what I mean? Y'all know how we coming, dude, man. Bust you to the skitty.
Do you have any reason as to why they were just sitting in the middle of the road?
I can't speculate as to why they were in the middle of the road. Evidently they were tired.
Omegadrip exclusives.